So guys, today Bungie has just gone and dropped a surprise little end of 2024 developer update article on us. Now I'm just going to read through all of this so to get all the information out there. If you want to skip to just my thoughts and feelings on it, you can go to the timestamp here on screen. But we're just going to read through this and get an understanding of what this developer update is all about. So, my name is Robbie Stevens and I'm an assistant game director for Destiny 2. Over the past few months, we've been sharing details about the future of Destiny 2 in developer deep dives, link to the deep dive page, and live streams. The Destiny 2 team is hard at work paving the way for Codename Frontiers. The new destination in Codename Apollo is content complete, which means we're focused on polishing the non-linear campaign, Metroidvania gameplay experience, developing the finer details of the world, and fleshing out the numerous quests that you'll discover during your journey through New Frontiers. The core game portal activities, modifiers, and next generation gear that will be Destiny's new backbone are coming online. We're play testing every week and have planned multiple summits in the coming months with members of the Destiny community to provide invaluable feedback and help us hone our executions. Additionally, we're hiring a handful of gameplay specialist positions. Our specialists sourced from the community will be in the trenches with the dev team playtesting new core game progression and gameplay systems, as well as Codename Apollo's campaign and post-game. These specialists provide us the kind of perspective you can only get from dedicated players. We'll be going dark on Codename Frontier communications for a while. The team needs time to playtest, collect feedback, and cook before we emerge again with more details. Backbone. Destiny has a long history of reinventing itself in response to community feedback and the expectations of players. Our North Star, however, remains unchanged. We strive to build worlds that inspire friendship and to create amazing gameplay experiences that leave a mark on people's lives. We've started breaking bones and trying new things with episodes. Some of those changes have been well received by the community, like the Vespers host dungeon race. The team found just the right mix of challenge and length to elevate the dungeon to the bar set by contest raids. I can't wait to watch the next race when Heresy launches in February. Other changes have had a rocky start. Weapon crafting removed the joy of earning a random weapon, that feeling that any drop could matter, so we introduced enhanceable weapons. The Revenant tonics were meant to provide loot agency in the way, I have no idea how to say that, of crafting and give you a fresh way to chase gear, but we know we missed the mark with the tonic timers and not guaranteeing a weapon from the active tonic. So we're in the process of developing changes to make tonics last longer and give better payouts on top of a series of bug fixes planned for December 17th. Stay tuned for future patch notes. Also, we see how these changes are putting pressure on your vault, so we're in the early stages of planning long-term changes to relieve vault pressure that will start manifesting later in the year of Codename Frontiers. In response to the desirability of seasonal weapons, in the short term for Heresy, we're developing a new tier of seasonal weapon dubbed the Heretical Arsenal. More details on these weapons as we approach Heresy, but rest assured that it will be clear when they hit your inventory that they're worth inspecting. These changes are stepping stones that help us elevate our long-term plans to create a deeper weapon chase in Codename Frontiers. Episodes introduced a new content cadence with acts, where there are new activities, loot, and quests rolling out at a consistent cadence. This change created lulls in our gameplay calendar at the end of an episode, so for the final weeks of Revenant there will be a special pursuit, similar to Riven's Wishes, where you can complete quests to choose from a list of new and desirable rewards. Additionally, we've been evaluating feedback from Revenant's content rollout and have made changes to Heresy that strike a better balance between everything dropping on one day of an act versus meaningful reasons to return throughout the episode. We're taking an approach where the vast majority of the activity's content will be available on the first day of an act, and subsequent weeks will add or evolve the content based on the story. Also, we're adjusting the act rollout schedule so that there is less downtime in the gameplay calendar later in the episode. Heresy will be our last season in the episode format. The team has taken big swings to create new activities that evolve throughout the episode and create big secrets to uncover on the Dreadnought. Winding the focus. As Revenant approaches its final act, where you'll delve into a Dracula castle-inspired fortress, I want to take a moment to reflect on some of the feedback we've received around the Echoes and Revenant stories, as well as the hunger for purpose and meaning in a post-Witness world. Our first two episodes had a tight focus, establishing Maya Sundaresh and her Echo of Command as a force to be reckoned with. Vickrell re-emerged with the power to create an undead army for one last showdown with the Guardian and his dad. We set out to deliver on narrative promises set up in the Light and Darkness saga that we could tie off in the final shape, the Kell of Kells, the Hive siblings, showcasing the effect killing the Witness had on the world and more. By prioritizing satisfying conclusions, we want to clear a path for bold new stories in the saga to come. In Heresy, we're widening the focus of the story to the Hive Pantheon and ancient eldritch forces that shape the universe. The events of Heresy close the door on the Light and Darkness saga and act as a prologue to Codename Apollo, where the Guardian's purpose in the next saga starts to take focus. New Frontiers. On a personal note, this past November marked my 9th year at Bungie. I've seen Bungie and Destiny go through many changes over the last decade. What remains consistent is the player, community, and Destiny team's commitment and dedication to this one-of-a-kind space opera, and our drive to take Destiny to places we only could have imagined a decade ago. It's appropriate that during Destiny's 10th anniversary we reshape the game so that we can continue the enduring legacy of this universe that millions of people call home. We're eternally grateful to you, our Guardians, for the passion and dedication to Destiny that enables us to chart a course to new frontiers. So, that's a lot of words, basically, to sum up that they're going dark, they're not going to be talking about Frontiers much, and they have plans to shake up the next episode coming, I believe, in February of next year. Overall thoughts and opinions. Good to see that they're looking at changing up Heresy with adding in, what did they call it, Heretical Arsenal. Sounds familiar to something that we got inside of the Into the Light update, so maybe the return of shiny weapons, potentially. Maybe not the exact same, but maybe give us like a hive glowing skin or something on these new weapons to make them actually worth going for. Maybe some exclusive perks or something, no idea, but sounds interesting enough to grab my attention there for a bit. Overall, glad to see that they're still updating the episodes though over the last 2 episodes in terms of the axe cadence. We've obviously seen with episode 2 they've gone and changed so that all the content comes out all at once. With episode 1 it was over a 3-week period, but now it seems that the axe story is actually going to have a play on the content, which is actually where I want this to go, kind of, because with episode 2 in particular, you go through an entire story and then there's just the one activity that doesn't really change based on the story at all. So having that kind of change with the story is at least a little bit interesting. Don't know if it'll be keeping my full attention though. I'm more interested in learning more about Project Frontiers and seeing what new stuff comes out. And yeah, hopefully we do get back to a regular cadence of learning more about the future of Destiny 2. Myself, I'm very excited to see what comes in Project Apollo and Behemoth with Codename Frontiers. Way more interested in that than I am with the next episode, but of course that will tie into the next expansion, so I'll definitely be playing it and making content on it. But yeah, hopefully we can get back to more of these developer updates in the early stages of next year. Obviously they're going to be going quiet and working on the game, but hopefully they'll at least give us a little bit of sprinkles of updates as they go along. And yeah, that's basically all my thoughts on this article. I'll leave it linked down in the description if you want to read it for yourself. But yeah, all a lot of talk really, and I just need to start seeing some actual action being taken. Hopefully episode 3 is a banger, because we go back to the Dreadnought, and that has some really cool implications to it. Yeah, overall, good to hear that they're taking feedback on the chin, and hopefully it works out in the end.